everybody. Welcome to another episode of the Big Eddie Experience Live, and it is November, and we are getting ready, of course, here in the United States to celebrate a big holiday. Everybody in November, we celebrate, of course, Thanksgiving, yes. And so Thanksgiving is the time when we get together. We all eat too much food, but we do take some time to just share how thankful we are for the things in our lives. And so when we're talking about the word thankfulness, another word that you might hear in school or in a classroom is the word gratitude. And that's actually our big... In fact, why don't we, since we've got a live studio audience, why don't you guys repeat this after me? Gratitude. Gratitude. Letting someone know you see how they've helped you. And that's a really big idea. And the truth is, it's a little bit more than just being thankful. It goes a little bit deeper than that. There's a saying, quote that we say sometimes here on the Big Eddie Experience Live, when we're talking about all the great teachers and schools we get to partner with and talking about how much we appreciate them. One of the things we say is this. We say unexpressed gratitude is felt as ingratitude. Now, that's kind of a big word. There's a lot of big words there, but that just means that just because I feel grateful doesn't necessarily mean that the people in my life know or see my gratitude. So everybody just breathe in and breathe out. Perfect. Now, what you just breathed out was carbon dioxide. It's an invisible gas. And carbon dioxide is actually exactly what dry ice is. Dry ice is just carbon dioxide that's been pressurized. It turns into a liquid, and then it gets really, 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 really cold, and that's how you end up with dry ice. So that's why you can see you want adult supervision for this, because I have to wear gloves. This is so cold, it would actually hurt my skin if I touched it with my bare skin. And I want you to think about this. When you think about carbon dioxide, we all breathe it out. It's invisible. It's hard to see. And like I said, it's actually really hard to touch. I don't want this to touch my skin. That's kind of like gratitude. It can be hard to see, and it can be hard to touch. But that's why we have an experiment that's pretty fun, and you can do it at home with an adult. But here's what we're going to do, is we're going to take this dry ice, and we're going to put it right in here and watch what happens. Perfect. That's fun, right? Now this fog is carbon dioxide. What's happening is this carbon dioxide that's solidified, that's a solid, it's turned into a gas really, really quickly because of the water. And so this is important. This is going to help us. It's a little bit easier to see it now, isn't it, than what you breathe out. But the truth is, it's still pretty hard to hold on to, right? I can't really grab it. I can't really touch it. So if we're talking about gratitude, this represents gratitude. One of the things that we want to talk about is gratitude is letting others know you see. Everybody say, you see. So we have to focus. We have to focus on what's happening around us. We have to notice the things that we might take for granted. The fact that your mom makes you a lunch every day, or the fact that your teacher's there to teach you about all these big ideas and all these great things that are going to make you successful in life. These people that we miss every day, the janitor that cleans their school every day without being thanked. We take time and notice the things that we might take for granted. So we want to focus this a little bit. I'm going to seal this off, and it's safe because I've got this little release valve here. When we focus, look how cool that's pretty cool, isn't it? Yeah, it's a lot easier. You can see it, but it's still hard to touch. So now remember, we said gratitude is letting others know you see. So we're seeing the things that people are doing around us. The great thing is I don't actually need these gloves anymore. It's totally safe. It's not going to hurt me or anything. But one of the things that we're talking about is when it comes to gratitude, it's letting others know you see how they've helped you. The second part of that's so important is, yes, we want to see it, but we want other people to know that we see it. We want to express our gratitude. Remember the quote I said earlier? Unexpressed gratitude is felt as ingratitude. I might be very grateful, but if I don't tell people, they don't know it. So that's where this solution is going to come in handy. This is just a soap solution. So we're going to make some bubbles, and I want you to watch this because it's really cool. Hopefully this will work for me. This is really rocking, so. Now aren't these cool bubbles? Look at that. Isn't that amazing? Now this gets to be kind of fun, right? Because now you can see it. Now you can touch it. Watch what happens when you pop it. This is what it's kind of like when we take the time to express our gratitude in our words and our actions. This means that when we pass that janitor in the hallway, we tell him, thank you for all that you do. When we see people like our teacher, we do things. Isn't that kind of cool how they bounce? Isn't that fun? We say thank you. We might do an action like maybe we help our teacher clean up their classroom at the end of the day, or maybe we could help our mom and dad wash the dishes after dinner. So when we do those things, we express our gratitude, and it's really pretty fun. So I'd like to call some people out here to help me with this, okay? When we're talking about the big idea of gratitude, yeah, come on out. Do you guys just want to stand right here in a straight line for me. I want you to hold your hand out for me, and we're going to see if you guys can hold this. How cool would that be? Isn't that awesome? Can you show the audience that so they can see it? Isn't that awesome? Look, okay, go ahead, step on up. Okay. Now, here's what I want you to notice about these guys as they hold it. Do you notice something happening with them? What are they starting to do? Yeah, they're shrinking, but what are the people that are holding these? Go ahead and step up for the next person to grab it. What happens to the person that's helping me here when they get to hold this? You notice something? Yes, every single one of them has started to smile. Now remember, with carbon dioxide, you can't see it, you can't touch it. But when we take the time, it's kind of like gratitude. It's hard to see, it's hard to touch. But when we take the time to express our gratitude, not only is it treating others right, but it's actually it's helping us maximize our potential. Can we give it up for these guys? That is awesome. That was a lot of fun. Wasn't it fun when we had our people holding on to something that they could express? Like maybe it's a thank you card, maybe it's doing something for someone. When we take the time to express that gratitude, not only is it maximizing our potential, but it treats them right. You can see a smile come on our volunteers' faces, and that's the same thing for us when we show gratitude to other people. And right now, before we end our video, I want to end with one simple thing, and that's a question. Because after all, for you guys to live this big idea out, you have to be asking, how can you put it to work? So here's the question I want you to ask with your school, with your class, whoever you're watching this video with. I want you to ask this. What does the difference between feeling thankful and showing gratitude look like in your life? I think if you as a classroom or as a school started to put that big idea into practice and find the answer to that question, you could very well change the world. Thanks for watching the Big Idea Experience Live.